What's up, everybody? This is Dave's Joint, and we're here with Cardinal Spellman, the pilots, at the CHSAA Media Day. With us today is...
Jariel Reyes.
What grade you in?
Senior. Josh Marcelin, freshman year.
And we have with us...
Ralph Menar, assistant coach. Maurice, Hicks, head coach.
So, fellas, thank you for having me tonight. Talk about Cardinal Spellman as a school.
It's a good school. Education is good. Teachers are good. So far as a freshman, Cardinal Spellman is a great school for academics. The teachers are very understanding. Students are understanding. It's like a big family.
So, Coach Hicks, for those that don't know everybody, he's a CHSAA Hall of Famer. The one and the only. You've probably seen him in the movie Killer Season for those 10 seconds when he was coaching at Brandeis High School in 1992. And for those that definitely know him, you've seen him at Rice High School for 16 years, where he also graduated in 1981. Coach, how does it feel to be coaching high school basketball again?
Oh man, it's a privilege. It's a privilege. I think I'm just happy to be back. Happy to be back in this league. I think the Catholic High School League in New York, probably one of the best leagues in the country. Right? Just a pleasure to be back around the guys, and looking forward to getting back in the competition.
Now, and also we got to talk about Ralph Menar, a Staten Island legend, a St. Peter's High School graduate of 1973, St. John's University alum as well. Coach, talk about the opportunity to coach at Spellman with Coach Hicks.
It's always a pleasure to be around Coach Hicks. They're one of the best basketball minds that the city has had in a long time. And, I'm just really excited to be back to help children and young men, put it that way, see them gain and strive to be better than they are.
So let's talk about, Spellman from your eyes. Tell us, for those that don't know about Cardinal Spellman.
Well, Cardinal Spellman is an incredible school. And they have incredible facilities, but academically they're second to none. And now we're hoping to change the way they've been perceived as a basketball team. And with Coach Hicks here, we give it a couple of years, and we'll be one of the top teams in the city. That's my prediction anyway.
So, talk to us about, you wanting to come over to Spellman. Like, what made you interested in the position of being the head coach?
I think it was both, like Ralph said. I think it was more so the facilities and the school. I thought that the academics, I always knew that Cardinal Spellman was a great academic school. My high school girlfriend actually was a graduate of Cardinal Spellman, and she actually had a full scholarship to Dartmouth. Way smarter than I was, I can tell you that. And she, but I always knew the school had high academic standards, and then I never knew that they had the facilities that was there in the Bronx. I was blown away. As you know, coming from Rice High School, we had great teams. We had a lot of great chemistry, a lot of good camaraderie there. But we didn't have any facilities, so we used to have to play our home games at the Gauchos Gym, Fordham, Riverbank, wherever we can get a gym at, right? And just coming in there to be able to have a home court, I thought was something that was definitely appealing. And then just looking at the potential of what it can be, that's what I was really happy to see, and that's what really cultivated my decision, right, to become the head coach.
So, what's your vision for Spellman? Because I know you guys are in the B division. Right now, are you looking to build it into one of the most prominent schools ever, or is it just we're trying to mold young men into success stories?
It's a little bit of both. I think the main thing is that we want to make sure that the guys that we're coaching, that they're going to be better, that they're going to be better citizens on and off the court. We're trying to build character, we're trying to build some type of just some type of camaraderie there, some type of school spirit, to get after it on the sports sports side. I think, like you said, like Ralph was saying before, like we're looking to build, we're looking at, and if so happens we become one of the better schools in the city, perhaps in the country, then we'll take it. But it's a step-by-step process. Like we're gonna have to, every day. I tell the kids all the time, our main focus is to get better every day, right? And then if it comes to us being a powerhouse in the city again, then that's what we'll be. But we're gonna do it step by step at a time. So, and it's up to the league. It's really up to them. I'm not big on A, B, double A. I'm not really big on the conference thing because I think that we can still be successful and be competitive even as a B program. And so whatever the league decides to do with Spellman at that point, we'll do it. But if we stay down with the B, we could be just as good as any other A team or double A team right in the CHSAA.
Now, gentlemen, what has it like been learning from Coach Hicks since he got there?
I feel like it's been good. As a senior, it's a new coaching staff, new culture, and I feel like he's gonna make us a better basketball school and a better young men.
It's been good learning from Coach Hicks so far. I mean, him and the coaching staff is really teaching us about the fundamentals of the game, and we're just all looking to be sponge and soak up as much information as we can from them, so we can become better players.
Now, this season you guys are in quite maybe a couple events. Y'all playing it back here on December 7th, and you're also going to Charlotte, North Carolina for Anthony Morrow Invitational. Talk about, the experience of, traveling and playing in these events.
Well, I think it's great for the student athletes. I think it's great for our guys. They'll get to play against competition and better competition throughout the country. I think that exposure, that type of education is going to make them better players, right? And it's going to make our team stronger. And it gives us a sense of community. When we go on these trips and we be able to live together for a week, and get to know each other. I think it brings that whole school spirit, that team spirit together. It's something that will prepare us going into the playoffs.
So your coaching protege, Dwayne Mitchell, is over at Scanlon. Talk about, how does it feel to see him with his own program?
Oh man, it was a pleasure, man. Like I tell you a story. When I was at St. John's, during the time I was at St. John's, I received a call from the president of Scanlon regarding the job, the coaching job at Spellman. At Scanlon. So I said, so I told him, I said, look, I'm here at St. John's. I said, but Coach Mitchell, who coached the team that last year that the school was open, I said he would be a great candidate. And I gave him a number, they called him up, and then here he is like right now. So, I'm very happy to see him having his own program and building and competing the way they have. And they actually, when he took the job there, they were actually a B program as well. So when I told him I was coming to Spellman, he was like, wow. He said, it's a challenge. And I asked him for his advice because he did this already. He took a B team and they was able to bring them up to the double A. And he said, Coach, I wish I had took my time. He said, I wish I had stayed down in the A and won the A, because they won the B, and then he went to the A, and then they moved it from the A prior to him winning the championship. He said he wished he had stayed a couple more years in the A, right, to build, maybe win another championship, and then came up to the double A. He felt like he would have been more prepared. So with that hindsight that he gave me, I'm going to take that into consideration with my move. So, it's each one teach one, man. So he played for, he coached with me. I saw him get that. I come back. He's taking some steps that I'm about to take now. So it was good to bounce that information off to each other. So happy for him.
So how did it feel hearing about the closure of Rice High School when it happened?
I was devastated. I thought the league and the city lost something that was very special. Like I thought that type of brotherhood, that school did so many great things for student athletes, in the Bronx, Manhattan, and some kids in Brooklyn, Queens as well. That the gym. I think it was something that, you know, that can't be replaced. And I was around. I played in the league. With Power Memorial was a powerhouse. I played in the league actually in the Talented was a powerhouse. Those two schools closed, right, during the time of Rice remained open. So Rice was like the third school that, in my opinion, that was one of the best programs in the country that closed. And anytime that happens, I feel like it impacts the league. It impacts the league. And some schools benefited from the loss. Of course, when Rice left, there was some schools that actually came about. Kids transferred in, they became powerhouses. They're not to name nobody, but it happened, and it's cool. And it should happen now, you know. But like I said, it was just such a loss to the community, and it was just a good avenue for kids to come to a great length for kids to come in and become great student athletes.
Another thing that has gone away since you left the high school world, you know, media, you know what I'm saying? We don't have the Post anymore. We don't have the Daily News. Talk about, like, back in your day when you were coaching and when you were playing, what it was like to be featured in the paper.
Oh man, it was huge. And on top of it, we had, like you said, we had the Daily News, the Post, Newsday at the time used to cover high school basketball. And then we had MSG. So we had the MSG network that is also covering. So, I mean, kids would stay. You had so much media coverage and so much, like, so the kids wouldn't dare try to leave the city because we were, I mean, our game would be featured on Channel 2 and Channel 4, right? MSG did a big program. Like, the next day in the paper, you would have, it's a possibility that you would get the back page of the paper for a high school game. So it was huge, I think. And with the lack thereof right now, you know, it takes away from really from student athletes. You know, I think like they deserve that same type of coverage today. But it was impactful. I think it was some of the best. You know, some of the best coverage that I've ever seen, and there was no other city that can compete with it because this was the Mecca, right? This is the Mecca. Like when you talk about, you know, media coverage, you can't. What better coverage can you get in New York City, right? And so our kids were getting all exposure. We had some great beat writers, like even a guy like Stephen A. Smith, right? Used to cover high school games in New York. Absolutely. Now we look at him, he's one of the biggest guys on TV, and one day, you know, we expect to see you there.
I was going to say that. I was going to say that.
We expect to see you there one day, man.
So proud to see you go.
Because David, I'm gonna tell you the truth, like we, just like those guys we're here doing the same thing you're doing, and I think you're doing a great job for the city. Like, I'm glad that you're here supporting this league and this league needs you, right? And hopefully, you know, and I know, you know, in the future this thing will pay off. And we're happy to have you.
Well, we're going to end it here. Thank you, gentlemen, for talking to me tonight. And we wish you guys the best of luck this season.
Thanks, Dave.
Shout outs to the boys from the Baychester section of the Bronx. They on to bigger things and they're going to have a successful season. We out.